Sam Seder just sat down here with us. This is one of the cool things about doing these radio rows is that you hang on just a second here. My computer is misbehaving. You run into old friends. Hey, Sam, how are you?
Tom, great to see you.
It is. Oh, I got to turn your mic up.
Yes,
that helps. Great to see you too, Sam.
It's great to see you. Let me repeat that.
So Majority Report. How's it going?
Majority Report's going great. I'm here both, doing my show, my daily show, and also recording stuff for Ring of Fire on the weekends, which I do with Bobby Kennedy and Mike Papantonio.
We had Pap on just a half hour
ago.
Oh,
great. He's from Florida, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So. Things are going great.
What are the main issues that you're covering these days on
for me
on Majority Report?
On the Majority Report, I mean, I tend to cover economic issues more than anything else. I mean, we're in an era of austerity when we should be in an era of spending to get out of this output gap that we are in.
Yep.
The progression from a plutonomy to a plutocracy we're talking a lot about. I mean, those are issues. I've been interviewing a lot of socialist thinkers and writers as of late. And
I am fascinated by how socialism is like the millennial generation has no recollection. They had
Zero.
no knowledge of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics.
That's right.
And so the people who are basically over 35, I'd say, are there. But I don't know where the dividing line is. The Soviet Empire fell in the early 90s, as I recall. So people who were old enough to have some sense of it before then, there was the word socialism, because it was part of the name of the Soviet Union, was associated with something negative. And yet my grandfather was a socialist, and one of my paternal grandfather, and it was an okay word back in the 1920s.
That's right.
and 1930s.
And amongst the millennials, as you mentioned, it's
coming back.
It's I think it's like polling better than capitalism.
Yeah.
And what's also, I'll tell you it strikes me that it's sort of funny, I'm in New York, and obviously new mayor Bill de Blasio.
Right.
And I like to listen to talk radio from the right, and you hear like guys like Larry Kudlow referring to de Blasio as a Sandinista.
Right.
And the only thing that occurs to me is that anybody under the age of 35, 40 maybe, has absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
That's right,
I mean, unless they're a Clash fan, because they like what, not for me, but for people that age, sort of the oldies.
Yeah.
They have no idea what you're
because
talking
Reagan
about.
took on the Sandinistas, and they were gone
exactly.
by the 90s.
Exactly. I mean, there's absolutely no sort of resonance to a lot of that criticism, and it's also like Chicago politics.
Yeah.
Like I think a lot of people just have no idea what.
They don't remember the elder Mayor Daley.
Yeah, they don't know what the reference is to. But yes, there has been a resurgence, and I think part of it is because when there is so little economic opportunity for people getting out of college, people graduating high school over the past 5-10 years, there's so little economic opportunity for them. I think that they're finding it's changing their value system. I graduated college in the late 80s, and it was, the 80s were about sort of revving up this greed machine. The 90s were sort of the culmination of it, where money became an ascendant and sort of the ascendant value.
Right.
And to a certain extent, because there was the tech run up and this and that, and I think
like the Roaring 20s.
Yes,
all over again.
And I think I think younger people are finding value in other places, and in part because by necessity.
Right.
And
one of those values is community.
Yeah.
Which is what socialism is all about. It's about a we society rather than a me society.
Right. And and sadly, I spend also a significant part of my show, not an insignificant part of my show, getting into I have a lot of libertarian phone callers who call in, because one of the other sort of dynamics that's happening, I think,
it's also hip to be libertarian.
It's also very hip to be libertarian, and I share similar positions, I think, on issues like the drug war. And,
I refer to libertarians as Republicans who want to get high and get laid.
That's right.
They want to get laid.
Yes, and I think to a certain extent it's more attractive to people, but because of that.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is, that libertarian economic policies are at best fantastical.
Yeah, and at worst plutocratic.
Right, and almost feudalistic.
Yes.
On some level.
Yeah.
And so I spend a lot of time talking about that as well. But we have a fairly wide range. On the Majority Report, I do like a 40-minute interview, 30-minute interview daily. I have the lack of commercial breaks gives me a certain amount of freedom to carry that far.
So you get a good chunk of intellectual meat in there.
Yeah, and then we also have we have some fun too.
Yeah.
So
I think another piece of this, I went to college in the late '60s, early '70s, and at that time, Louise worked her way through college working as a waitress at the Howard Johnson's. I changed tires at an Exxon station, pumped gas. I was a dishwasher at Bob's Big Boy, and I worked as a DJ at the local country western radio station on the weekends. $2.30 an hour, I think I was making, which was minimum wage back then. And you could pay for college tuition with that, because back then 80% of the cost of college tuition was paid for by colleges, by state or federal government.
Right.
Now it's only 20% is paid for by them. 80% is paid for by the individual who's showing up. And about 80% of that is borrowed. So we've got $1 trillion worth of college debt. This is insane.
It's insane.
This has been a straight line from Reagan. It used to be you could go to college for free in California. In '68, I hitchhiked out to San Francisco. All my friends were going out there, right? Everybody was going out to California to go to college. I just went for the summer of life.
If we reestablish that free education, it would be far better than the loans.
That's our intellectual infrastructure. We should be investing in that. This is insane. It's the worst legacy of Reagan. Sam Seder, what's the website?
Majority.fm.
Great. Majority.fm. Thanks, Sam. Great
Thank
to
you,
see
Tom.